Okay, good morning everyone. This is Zach from XIFU. So hopefully my sound and screen is working, right? If my sound and screen is working, appreciate if you can type a one for me, right? So at least I know, it's working perfectly. Okay, so again, my name is Zach from XIFU. Well, I think we have stopped this live Facebook for almost a few months already. So today, again, a quick disclaimer before we start this section here. We are not doing any buy and sell call. If you want to trade any stock based on discussion in this video, make sure your own trading plan. All right. So we will start with the overall Bursa market first. Okay. So again, if you are with me, just do a quick check on video. Hopefully my video is okay. Right. So okay, now FBM KLCI. Again, I think need to be extra careful. So for those that who have followed us in our Telegram or maybe previously in TikTok Live, we do talk about the trend, right, for the IBM KLCI. So previously the trend, very nice in a straight uptrend, okay, but whenever it breaks certain resistance, right, we have to take note and be careful. So this is again we have been highlighted since last month, right? So we have been highlighted since last month. So after this patterns happens, right, they break through this resistance. Actually, you can notice that the price, okay, or the KLCI movement is a bit sideways. Okay, they don't really show some momentum, but of course at the time they are still holding above this 20 MA, right? So what happened is that last week first they crossed and dropped below 20 MA. Subsequently they drop, okay, below this 40-day moving average. So okay, this is where that sometimes you have to be careful and take notes. Okay, now of course on Monday it do a gap, right? Monday it do a gap, and yesterday even though it's up, but I think potentially is not over yet. Okay, potentially it's not over yet because few reasons. Normally when you see gap, this is gap down, of course. Gap down normally also representing there will be a resistance. Okay, so once when they haven't really crossed back to the gap, I will still think that this setup is a bit tricky and dangerous. Okay, so sometimes what they do is that they will retest back and then drop again, right? So this is what we call inverse pullback, right? So far we haven't. So far I still see inverse pullback. I haven't really seen some strong setup. Of course, hopefully end of this or next week we might see a clearer sign. Okay, but so far I think need to trade in a more cautious way. All right, if you really plan to enter the market right now. So last week, okay, we exit AX and capital A, right, due to the market condition. Of course, luckily I exit from here for AX, okay, because I've been holding this, I think, for almost a month already also, right? So when the price goes up, right, I think in our Telegram, even my daily video, I do mention that, okay, my target is around 2.2. Okay, initially my stop loss is around 1.86. Okay, but after that it goes up, I move it to above 2 ringgit, okay, which is the new support. Okay, so it dropped, hit my stop loss, and luckily I follow and subsequently avoid these losses. Okay, so far for now, I think the impact, especially on Asian capital, is quite big. Okay, because of the potentially the oil prices might go up further due to the war. Capital A suffer a bit of losses also. Okay, capital A, right? So I have to exit a gap because this one actually I still hold. Exit on Monday actually. So my support is 550, right? So it actually opened and gap down. So this one I have to exit with losses already, right? So far I haven't really seen a recovery yet as for today. So I think this today is only oil and energy is moving. The rest is didn't really move that much. Okay, again, if you got any counters, just let me know in the comments below. Probably we'll take a quick look and study together some of the setups that you have. Okay, now personally for me, yesterday I entered Dayang. Okay, among the rest of the energy related stocks, Dayang is still close to support by the time I look into it. Of course, Hangman all this move, right? Hangman Too bad I didn't really manage to enter for Heng Yuan. I've been monitoring for a couple of weeks already. After they cross the gap, but pullback goes up, I didn't manage to get it. Okay, so Dayang, okay, I managed to enter Dayang yesterday. When they are very close with the support level. I didn't follow Velasco, but I'll tell you Velasco Mayfeng. And yes, Armada also having a very strong momentum. Okay, now let's take a look into Dayang. Dayang, okay, take a look at Dayang first, then go to your stock. Okay, so Dayang, next hour, okay, because this is actually coming from a long-term base over here. So this is the downtrend going into a long period of accumulation, right? So now volume start to pick up, right? So next one, 2 ringgit. Okay, I was watching 2 ringgit for Dayang, right? So once it cross 2 ringgit, I will consider my partial exit. Okay, so next one will be this level. I believe this level is 2.25. Okay, so this is for Dayang, right? So again, sometimes this kind of situation is a bit tricky, right? You want oil price to go up further, you hope the war lasts a longer, but at the same time, the other stock will be impacted as well. Of course, inflation will impact it as well. Then, of course, USD as well, potentially might go up. Okay, so some of this you want to probably look into it. So, okay, now Dayang, heading to 2 ringgit, I hope they cross. So once cross, I will do my partial profit. Let's try Velasco. Okay, I didn't really follow Velasco, but let's see. Okay, nice, going up slow and steady these counters. Okay, this kind of counter sometimes have to take notes on Mayfeng, because this one when it drop probably would drop quite badly one, right? I think Mayfeng from VSA, right? So now this kind of counters, what we call is that it didn't really show a very strong active kind of candle. Not to say active kind of candles, but if you notice, like, you got a lot of this kind of few bits kind of movement, right? Sometimes this kind of counters, we call it other operator one, right? So when they dump, it will be a white candle. But so far, I think okay, right? Just completed pullback again yesterday. So we got a few round pullback already. This is a deep 1, 2, 3. Okay, so third pullbacks already. So don't expect they have this kind of trend again, right? But if you are aiming for some short terms, I think still possible. Okay, so watch out on the 20-day moving average. Okay, because this is already completed pullback for 3 times, and it's already moved more than 100% with that. So if you look from here, right? Let me just zoom. Okay, come from this bottom, come from this reversal, right? So here is 175, okay, 0.175. So current price is around 32.5 cents, so almost 100% ready. So whenever got 100%, normally you notice that the stock exhausted one, right? So aim for short term, I think is still fine. Okay, so that's Velasco. Let's go for Armada. Okay, Armada also strong reversal. This one I think is a bit similar to Usma type of stocks. So here we got some good volume, right? So for those that who study volume spread analysis, sometimes you know this kind of volume. This one actually Heng Yuan pun ada. That's why Heng Yuan we have been highlight this since last month, right? And coincidentally now got war, they push back, they push up more easily, right? Crossing the gap, they push up more easily. So this kind of volume actually is nice whenever the stock as going down, right? After some times they goes down, you see in spike in volume, right? Normally it's a good sign, which means potentially there will be a reversal coming soon. So okay, for Armada right now, probably I have to ask Mayfeng. This is you are looking for entry or exit. Okay, probably Mayfeng you can help me to answer this. So if you're looking for entry, I feel a bit takut lah. Okay, because your RR ratio is not there. Definitely it's not there already. So you are trading this kind of counter. If you enter right now, you are trading purely based on what happens right now, right? You just, I mean, we hope that, I mean, if let's say you entered for this kind of counters, you hope that the war is getting worse. It dragged for a few weeks, then it goes up. Okay, but suddenly they say that, oh yeah, we stop it. We are negotiating. You know what happens, right? It will drop, pull back. Okay, yes, okay. Your exit. Okay, so if you are looking for exit, right? So just zoom in for a while. Okay, I think the next potential resistance will be somewhere around here. Okay, 4.2 lah. Okay, 4.2 I think is a good area. So here previously got one retest, one. Okay, again if you notice here got a small tiny gap. Okay, so 4.2 around 4.2 area is a good area for you to probably want to watch out. Okay, for the next R. Okay, for the next resistance. Okay, so immediate one probably somewhere around here, or which is current price. I believe that's right. 3.9, okay, which is just hit today. So again, if you entered already yesterday or what, okay, yesterday is already 8%, okay, the day before is 11%. So if you got a good profit for Armada, I think, yeah, why not you just consider some partial profits, okay, from this level. Okay, next one will be around 42 cents area. Okay, let's try 5115, 5115, Alam. Okay, Alam. Okay, what happens? This one is consolidations. Is it? Wow, did they got good volume? Okay, this one remind me of one counter also. I forgot. I think consolidation counter also. Then after that they push up. So okay, so far so good. Okay, you notice okay, here we don't see here because this is not so accurate. Okay, just close it down. Okay, here is a bit illiquid. After the volume comes in, candle become nicer already. Okay, welcome Mayfeng. Okay, so here today for me is considered pullback complete. Okay, volume is great. Okay, definitely. So yeah, a pullback patterns. Okay, with some active volume, but this one take note. Sometimes it will become a bit illiquid, right? So illiquid period you have to be a bit patient. Sometimes this kind of counter is that one day got volume, the next couple of weeks no volume, so you have to keep patient holding it. There's one counters I forgot already. Is it Persona or DSA? I think it's DSA. Okay. Persona still okay. I think the other one is DSA. Also no volume. Suddenly got volume, then quiet. Okay, so sometimes this kind of quiet period you have to be patient. This kind of content is like that, right? Like for example here, right? Very, very illiquid. Now turns to liquid, right? Turns to chantea. Now suddenly again become illiquid. So this one sometimes will drag for months before it shows some activities again. Okay, now let's go back to our Alam. Enter at 28 cents, 28. Oh, okay. Enter today which means view tag. 28 okay lah. For me, the support should be this candle, the low of this candle already. Because normally I like to use the white candle with volume, of course, as my support. So if let's say price drop here, which means take note. Normally I like to use strength candle as my support. So at this moment, I think this is candle shows that the low of this candle potentially is the support area. Okay, so this is Alam. Any other counters you want me to look into? If not, we just go to our trade signal. Let's see what we have for today. Okay, Alam is in the list. LC Titans. Ooh. Okay, trying to close the gap. Okay, let's see the end of today first. Remind me of Hangman. Hangman also got gap down, then they close up the gap. Okay, BCAM. Okay, this is in accumulation. Looks like in accumulation. But this counter I have to use weekly chart already because it's in the so-called long-term downtrend because some high volume. Okay, like I said, when the stock is in a trend, you want to look for high volume. So this one got one high volume, temporary stop the downtrend. Okay, so I think it's around 3 ringgit will provide you a good support. Okay, so hopefully this is like a accumulation, but this accumulation over here, right, also provide you a good range. Okay, if you want to trade, of course. So maybe use the previous high somewhere around here, 450 area. Okay, so 3 ringgit to 450 area. Okay, so this is the 3 ringgit support. This is the resistance. Okay, so probably you want to look for some range. Okay, how about net gates? I think net gates the other day they dropped below support. It's a bit disappointing because I was looking at net gate as well. But after that, they just dropped below support. Okay, let's go back to my daily. Wow. Okay, actually after they break below this support, they didn't follow. I remember they have a strength over here. Okay, let's turn on my pullback alerts. Okay, now for those that who got signed up or subscribed to XChart, just turn on your pullback indicators over here. Normally, how I use it is that, of course, I detect pullbacks, okay, or maybe some reversal with volume. So normally for me, I like to use this candle as my support as well because it shows strength in certain way. So when they break below, for me, I will avoid it. Like I say, actually, I think like here, this is last week or last 2 weeks ago, I can't recall. I still watching it. In fact, in one of my videos, we do talk about it also. I thought that here would be a nice pullback coming from reversal. But after it gaps with volume, I know, okay, double it. A bit similar like what happened to recently, the capital A and AX. Oversold. Normally, I don't really look into oversold. Okay, if you want to catch some so-called recovery or maybe a reversal, okay, I think that maybe we can look into volume. Okay, we can look into the volume as well. So what I do is that if I want to catch those like reversal, look for increasing volume on down bar. Okay, as for today, this is 4 of March. Volume is not high yet, right? I think maybe we won't see any reversal. Okay, probably today or tomorrow. So let's say it drop, volume spikes up. Okay, for me, potentially there will be a reversal, right? But at this moment, it's downtrend. But I think Biotech is looking for short-term opportunities. Am I right? Okay, so this is net gates overall. Okay, do let me know any other counters you're looking into. If not, just continue to go through our list over here. Wow, this counter continue goes up. I think one of our friends in Telegrams is looking into it. Okay, should I hit resistance? 47 cents. Okay, 47 cents. Any others? Today all alam lah. And of course, Petronas Chemical, Norton's. Okay, illiquids, no. Okay, this is what we call illiquid. The counters sometimes, sorry, the candle sometimes is, it didn't really move at all. Volume is very, very low. Okay, SOP. Okay, heading to resistance as well. This one also I'm watching. They thinking want to trade when they break out or enter right now. Enter right now is, of course, lower risk, but sometimes you need to hold. Okay, sometimes they hit ready, pull back here again and sideways, right? Okay, the other one that break the reaccumulation. This is what we call the reaccumulation. Okay, reaccumulation. Okay, after the series of uptrend pullback, they do reaccumulation. This one a bit got VCP also. Now the other two counters that break reaccumulation recently, VS Tech, but VS Tech no pullback back to the support, quite strong as for yesterday. That's why I also didn't enter because right now market is very uncertain. So I don't really rush myself to look for the trades. Okay, so okay, let's see how it goes. If let's say got pullback, I think it would be nice. right? For VS Tech, just break above reaccumulation. Normally, break above reaccumulation is also a nice setup, which means there's a chance for the stock to move into a new trend. All right, so the other one is KPJ. Okay, so also this is a long period of reaccumulation. So notice here sideways in the range for how long? This is back to 2025 March. Okay, so almost a year before they break volume. So again, no pullback so far for KPJ. So let's say moving forward got pullback. Yes, it's a good type of stuff to look into. Okay, let's try Eden. Okay, maybe last one before we end our section here. Wow. Jennifer, okay. Wow, Jennifer, this one I got no comments because 2 penny already. And recently also no volume more. Okay, not sure you are looking for entry exit. Probably can share with me you're looking for entry exit. I have to use weekly chart because daily chart I think sometimes they really make sense. Even weekly chart you can notice the volume is just so low. Okay, of course one good thing is that they are close with support, right? Close with support. That's the only things that I can tell right now. Main support 14 cents. Okay, main support 14 cents. Of course, main resistance 18 cents. Right? Time to collect bank stocks. Time to collect bank stocks. Let's take a look into bank stocks. I didn't follow bank for some time also. Yeah, main resistance around 18 cents. Right? Main support 14 cents. Okay, but it's a illiquid counters. It's a illiquid counters. All right, bank. Okay, can you share me any banks that you're looking into right now? Let's try CMB. Wow, okay. Move exactly like Bursa. Move exactly like Bursa. So this one, a nice trend, cut above the uptrend line, and then drop below the 40-day with high volume. For me, the so-called the danger is not really over yet. Okay, because just now, like in KRSC, right, we got in Bursa chart, we got a gap down. So now they are testing it around the gap. So sometimes what happens is that you will see an inverse pullback in this kind of situation, right? So I think it's too early to tell. Okay, should we collect or not? Okay, let's look into RHB unless you're looking for long term. Right, RHB, wow, RHB is still strong. Okay, RHB, we got some high volume here. Okay, let's go into weekly. Okay, so far RHB is still strong, right? I don't see any weakness apart of this high volume candle. Okay, this high volume candles over here. So again, drop below 20 MA, have to be careful. Okay, normally in a trend, right? Okay, doesn't matter uptrend or downtrend. I don't like to see a sudden spike in volume. Okay, sudden spike in volume representing there's a lot of transaction. Okay, so when spike in volume happen at the top, okay, normally in VSA we view it as more seller, right? At the bottoms, okay, somewhere around here at the bottoms, spike in volume, we view it as more buyer. So this is like, for example, just something like Usma. Is it Usma? I can recall. Like Armada, if not mistaken, like Hengwen, right? Hengwen, they got high volume at the bottoms. So whenever I see going up with spike in volume, then be careful. But so far, still got momentum. Okay, because sometimes when they got spike in volume, right, they still can run another round. Okay, before some selling. Wow, Hengwen so strong. Oh my god. This is what we call when the price goes down, right? You notice the spike. Okay. So again, presenting this chance, okay, for reversal. Okay, so uptrend still the same. Okay, like I say, just now, like for example, for RHB, right? The spike maybe is like this. Okay, so it's still got another round to go, right? and a further high volume will come in later on. So just now, for example, for RHB, it goes up first round. So sometimes what they do is that they pull back another round, then another high volume. So might happen as well. So far I think RHB okay, right? Just that don't aim for the same trend, right? Not aim for the the previous bullish trend. Okay, quick profit I think is okay. All right, Velesto. This is for Aisha. Just now we already done for Velesto, but let's take a look again. Wah, hanggang sakit hati. Okay, Velesto, still in a good trend, right? We got a couple of pullbacks already, and recently also pullback completes, right? So far, okay. I don't see any major weakness, but this kind of candles, this kind of stocks, okay, this kind of stock movement, normally we see quite often in pump and dump style, right? But of course, no climatic, right? So far, still okay, still can ride. Watch out on the 20 MA, or maybe drop with high volume, right? Because like I say, normally you see this kind of candle patterns, right? It's kind of remind me like previously, like what Tafi lah, 1H property lah, those kind of patterns, right? Suddenly they drop, right? They will drop quite badly. Okay, but so far as for today, it's still okay, right? Maybe you can try to enter if you are looking for entry close to 20 MA, drop below 20 MA with high volume, take notes. Okay, and again, this one is already run almost 100%, right? If we calculate these trends over here. So technically, most of the stock, let's say 100% trend, will likely get a bit exhausted, right? So don't expect another 100%. Okay, probably you can take some profit along the way. Okay, any other stocks? Any other stocks? Okay, maybe we can look for something that is not trending for today. Too bad all this Hengwen, all this go further. Madayang macam belum lagi. Okay, let's go for yesterday one. Yesterday, I think Petroleum also jalan. Normally they follow with Hengwen one. Oh, okay, still okay. MHB, actually I'm looking for MHB. No. Front can. Okay, so what I do is that actually I go back to my yesterday. Okay, yesterday trick signal. Okay, so yesterday trick signal, it closed strongly, but today it might make pullback. Okay, so this is sometimes how I do it. A bit of kiasu type of trader, so that's why I look for a stock that is close to the support. Okay, close to the support. Okay, the rest jalan tayang tak ada jalan. Okay, so never mind. Lagi ada siapa? Charimin. Oh, this is Charimin. Okay. Usma. Okay. Usma, continue. Velesto just done. Armada, I think Armada also jalan right just now. Delium. Delium also jalan. Okay, Plantation Taan. Okay. Is it my internet or my chart is a bit slow? Okay, my chart is a bit slow. Okay, probably last one. Okay, this is Taan. Plantation still holding pretty well. That's why I was watching SOP as well. Okay, now last one, MHB, before I end our section here. Okay, MHB. Okay, setup is pretty easy. Okay, if you look into MHB, right? So downtrend, high volume. Okay, again, high volume, change in trend, right? That's why I like MHB actually. So a deep pullback, back to the support, right? This is deep pullback and volume increasing again, right? So actually in terms of setup, okay. In terms of okay, right? So again, you have to watch out the next thing is that your risk to reward ratio. The reasons why I want to enter, but it's not at my price. Okay, the price move up already. It's not. I cannot get my price, so I just didn't really want to enter right now. Okay, unless later on they pull backs. Okay, so next risk to reward ratio, okay, I think you can use this pullback candles, okay, the low of these pullback candles over here as your potential support, right? So we got one over here, another one is building around this support level. Okay, so in terms of risk to reward ratio, probably it's not that good for me. Okay, but setup wise, it's good. Okay, you got a reversal, dip pullback accumulation, now volume picks up again. Okay, so that's MHP. Right, so unless probably they drop back and touch the 20 MA, I'll be more interested. Okay, so with this, once again, thank you for joining me in this section over here. If you like our section, please help me to click the like buttons for me. Help me to share this out, and I'll see you again tomorrow.